The NFL Network calls him too good for us.
This is true. We got to watch out.
Fox and ESPN pregames both in negotiations to try to find the people to negotiate with. At this time, David's mom not returning the calls.
Oh, my gosh. Management is tough to get to.
Primetime. David Klaus is PTC. He's our favorite 12-year-old. He's live in Jacksonville. And just before school, he's helping us out with the games. Hey, pal, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good as well. Thank you.
No, he has a head cold, David.
I feel perfectly fine, and your Aunt Jane is silly.
I do not like head colds.
Cowboys, Chargers. Let's not spend a lot of time on this, but did you stay up late to watch the game, pretend you were sleeping so your parents wouldn't know?
I watched a little bit of it, but not too much.
Yeah.
You just catch up on the scores in the morning?
Yeah.
Cowboys won, as you know, in a close game. Jason Hebert. And Jason Hebert? Why am I spacing on the Chargers quarterback name? I keep thinking Bobby Hebert, but that's not right. And of course, Dak Prescott. They're both really good quarterbacks, but I don't know. Is Dak overrated at this point, or is he just in a bad spot?
I mean, last night he played like he was a little underrated, but he normally doesn't play like that, so that's why he's a bit overrated. But they played great last night. He played great. He scored a rushing touchdown, so that's like the old Dak.
Okay.
But he doesn't always play like that.
David, there were a lot of top players injured over the weekend. Now, if you were the commissioner, okay, put yourself in those shoes, would you do anything more for player safety, to improve player safety, or do you think that everything's kind of already been done? And then I want to take that from the NFL to your front yard where you play football with your buddies. Have you ever been injured? And do you have any thoughts for the commissioner on that?
I think they've done a lot already with all the AWS stuff and all the safety measures they go through. But I think adding an extra ref might help a bit.
Oh, that's interesting.
Also, yeah, I have gotten injured a few times out in the yard.
What type of injuries were you talking about? What type of pain were you under?
I don't know. I mean, sometimes you get open wounds. Sometimes you twist a finger,
Yeah, the open wounds are the worst kinds.
We know about twisting fingers. Yeah.
All right, big upsets over the weekend. A bunch of them. San Francisco and the Eagles both dropped. No more undefeated teams left, but you got the 49ers and the Vikings this weekend. The Vikings are supposed to be close. I'm sure that Buck and Troy looked at that thing. That'd be a good game. Now it's on the schedule. They go, maybe we take Monday night off. San Francisco Vikings, do the 49ers bounce back?
Definitely. I think they do bounce back. I think they're a good team. A little small bump in the road, but I think they win 31-17.
31-17. That means you're Brock Purdy, and then you got Jane, you got the Eagles, right?
Yeah, so the Eagles once undefeated, but they have a big game this weekend. It's the Eagles-Dolphins, both really good teams. What do you think happens there?
For the Eagles, it's not going to be as easy to bounce back as the Niners, and I don't think they do. I think Miami wins by 3, 31-28.
You think Miami wins?
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Okay.
I think that's a good pick.
What are your power rankings? You got top 5 power rankings?
Yeah. All right, so number 1 is San Francisco. Number 2 is Philadelphia. Number 3 is Miami. Number 4 is Detroit. And number 5 is Buffalo.
It's a good top 5. I'm shocked the Bears aren't in it. The Bears are terrible, as you know, and this weekend it probably isn't going to be any better. They're playing the Raiders. Should the Bears just take the weekend off, or do they show up for this game?
I think they show up, and I'm kind of glad that they might have a backup quarterback in there, because I think it is time for a switch up.
So a convenient injury. Justin Fields is out. Maybe this is good timing.
Yeah, maybe. I really like Badgett, whatever his name is. I like how he runs the offense. He showed some good signs when he came in against the Vikings. And they were pretty close to beating the Vikings, so I think they may be able to get it done against Vegas.
Tyson Badgett. So you're picking the Bears to win.
Mm-hmm.
So we should have hope if we have Badgett in. I kind of liked him too, David. It was fun to once he got in a rhythm. I thought he was showing us what he could do. So this might be a good opportunity.
What's the final score in that one?
I have Chicago winning 23-20.
Okay.
As you may know, David, I used to host a game show called Bears Quarterback or Amazon Delivery Truck Driver. So let me give you a quarterback name, and you tell me, is it a Bears quarterback or an Amazon driver? Cordell Stewart.
Delivery driver?
Nope. He was a Bears quarterback.
Oh.
What?
What year?
Like starting?
Yep. Rex Grossman.
Delivery driver?
He was an actual Bears quarterback. He took him to the Super Bowl in 2006, sorry, when you were -3 years old. Well, we'll play more of this exciting game coming up. Jane.
That game. Okay, David, your Jaguars, they look fantastic on Sunday. They continue to look great. Trevor Lawrence really leading the team. He was the number 1 draft pick, right? He was the best quarterback when he was drafted, and I think he's showing it now. As we look forward to the weekend, it's Jags Saints. What do you think is going to happen, and can the Jaguars move to Chicago?
I think the Jags are going to win against the Saints. They are a decent team. I think our defense pressures them to mistakes, and our offense definitely takes advantage of that. And I would not like the Jags to move to Chicago right when they started getting good.
No, it wouldn't be good for David. It would not be good for David.
What's the score of the Jags Saints?
Jags Saints, I have them winning 31-20.
All right, just give me winners and losers here. Don't worry about the numbers. Buffalo, New England.
Buffalo, New England, I have Buffalo winning.
Of course you do. Detroit, Baltimore.
Detroit.
Oh, that's going to be a good game. Cleveland, Indianapolis. Cleveland, big upset winner last week. Colts better than we thought. Who's winning there?
Cleveland in a close game.
Okay.
As usual, it is a really good roundup. I'm telling you right now. Bears quarterback or Amazon delivery driver, Jonathan Quinn.
Quarterback?
That's exactly right.
See, David, he knows.
Yeah, Bears quarterback. These are all the big names the Bears have had on the field.
This is the kind of history test David likes.
Exactly, as opposed to the real stuff at school. Primetime, you've never been better. Thank you, buddy.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, David.
It's Primetime David
Have a good
Klaus.
day.
Now disappointed because he's not talking football and he has to go to school.
I know. Do a real history.